What's the crack, lads? Welcome back to another What's Coming Monday video. So what will be new? Short and sweet, let's get straight into the details, right? So a few people have been asking me, right, what is going to be coming on the 9th, which is next Thursday? Well, we will be getting a refresh of the match pass, we'll be getting new contracts, and we will be getting a brand new eFootball league on the 9th, which is next Thursday, and that is obviously going to reset everything that you see here. Match pass, selection contracts, nominating contracts. We might get a couple of updates to the penalty system. Will we get the brand new mode that they have been teasing? I mean, that remains to be seen, whether we'll get this new mode or not. I think that we potentially will get it in January, but it remains to be seen what date. You know, will they bring out, an update on the 9th? And then obviously have a later in the month update, maybe like the next week or so. You can check that mode out, lads, if you haven't seen that video. It's basically a 3v3 Volta type of kind of indoor football, kind of 3-a-side or 5-a-side type mode where you have special kind of shots and power-ups and stuff like that. I mean, it looks a bit of fun, but I'm going to be interested to see what the depth is there, like in it, right? And that could be because they're holding off until they come back from their little break here that they had, because we didn't have a live update last week, and that potentially could have been why. And also, that could be potentially why we haven't got this pack either. This pack has been in the database for weeks now, and I don't know why we haven't got it. That obviously makes a little bit more sense that we haven't got this new collaboration, because in fact, if you go into the collaborations here, or the objectives, right, on the 9th as well, this is going to be going on until after that. So it's interesting to see that we don't have that new collaboration. It could be tied to the little break they took over New Year's. And maybe that's why they brought out Bale, just to have that little bit of content. And the fact that they also didn't do the Player of the Week last week either. There was no live update, there was no Player of the Week, but we did get the special Bale pack that people, had a lot of opinions about as well. We're still working on that video. I'm going to be giving a video on that, and we will be talking about it again in a live stream on Monday. But yeah, what are we going to be getting Monday that we know we're pretty much going to be getting, right? So we will be getting a couple of new events, and we will also be getting a brand new pack that will be replacing Pirlo, Puyol, and Cafu. Now, I think this was a really good pack. Honestly, had to go super deep for this pack, but I do think that Pirlo is probably one of the best players in the game. I would definitely put him in the top 5 currently at the moment, as probably the most meta players in the game, if you're into that sort of thing. But what are we going to be getting here, right? Well, we already kind of know. So this is the pack that seems to be coming on January the 6th, which is this Monday. It is going to be Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba, and of course, Iker Casillas. So you've got a Madrid superstar goalkeeper, or an ex-superstar legend, and then you have Jordi Alba and Busquets, obviously part of that Barcelona. Barcelona are a partnered club, and they're both going to have edge crossing and visionary pass on the Barcelona boys. Casillas doesn't have a showtime skill. That is their levels as far as we know. Now, we've already got a look at their stats here, right? So we're going to show you, just to give you a quick look at potential stats and potentially what they will go to. I've seen a few people, say that Sergio Busquets will probably, be the next big anchorman. I personally don't think so. This is a level 35 Sergio Busquets. He's down as an anchorman. Yes, he does have some nice player skills, as you can see here. He's missing a few, but obviously they will be confirmed when he's actually brought out with the live update. But even at this, just looking at him here, right, defensively, yes, he's very, very strong with the auto-recommended build here of 35 levels. I think you could get a better build on him than this, because obviously you'll save a lot of points by having his double booster on him. And also, this card here doesn't have an official booster as of yet. We do think it's going to be a Registat, which is a brand new boot. Well, it's not a new booster, but it depends. Sometimes they change up the boosters quite quickly, and when the live update goes. But I do think that, you're looking at a card here that if you do get a double booster on him, I mean, you're potentially looking at a very decent, 80 speed, 80 acceleration, very nice physical contact, kick and power balance, and defense stats, and then brilliant dribbling and passing. That's kind of what you want, not for an anchorman, so to speak, but as an orchestrator. I think that he will probably be up there with the likes of Pirlo and those type of players, but not quite as good going forward with the ball. Now, Casillas is also an interesting one. He is going to be having the booster goalkeeping, it seems, +2. He's only got 30 levels, though. But again, you're looking at pretty much maxing out his awareness, his reflexes, and of course, we're going to have the extra booster to be able to put on him there as well. And the jump is always good for a goalkeeper that isn't quite tall and isn't over that 187 centimeters type kind of threshold. We've done a video on that if you guys are wondering about goalkeepers. And then last but not least, and I think this is probably the one that I would say that is kind of, I would say it could be the gem of the pack. He's got the agility +2 booster on this. It looks like if we give him a manager here and say like even my manager that I'm using at the moment, De La Fuente with the manager skill boost, very, very solid card. Like he's going to be into the 80s with his defense, rocket fast, really, really pacey, excellent kicking power, brilliant balance, stamina. It's a very solid card. Brilliant defensive awareness. It's obviously going to be an attacking or an offensive fullback, but I do like that this card is going to have edge crossing as well with 35 levels. Plus, you're going to be able to give him another booster on top of what he already has here. And you're looking at a card that's going to be very, very high into the 80s on pretty much every stat. I mean, even if you're playing him as a little bit more defensive and you don't need that much stamina on him, and say you want to just like lock his speed down to like 92 with 85 kicking power, 94 stamina, you can actually, you know, bring up his defense pretty decently, you know, with that second booster. You're going to have 90 defensive engagement. Or if you want to keep him a little bit more attacking, you can kind of, you know, resist a lot of this here and just max out his defensive engagement at maybe 85 and turn him into a really good, you know, deliverer of the ball, so to speak, with 90 lofted pass and, of course, a little bit into dribbling as well. So it's going to be a nice card, I think, to look at. But whether they'll change it up too much, I don't know. Let me know if you guys are going to spin, or are you done until the next big epic comes out, or a next, you know, they could bring out another pack with like 250 or whatever. But that is pretty much it, lads. We will be back on Monday live streaming. As of right now, I probably won't spin for Jordi Alba and Busquets, to be honest with you. I mean, my team is absolutely stacked at the moment. I will do a video on this team. I mean, I'm just absolutely beasting with this setup at the moment. So I'll do a video on this and why it's working so effectively. So I don't think Jordi Alba is going to get in here. He's not going to replace my left midfielders. Busquets isn't going to replace Pirlo or Vieira. And, you know, Casillas is not going to be a massive upgrade on any of these. So I think it is like what I said in a video a couple of weeks back. We nearly have booster fatigue now. You know, that's what it's like. So I will join you guys in the stream on Monday and hope to see you there. And then we'll talk to you then. Peace.